What's up, guys? Welcome back to VHP Engines. So now, continuation from what we had last night about your Facebook shopping. I'm gonna not to confuse this with the other buying engine video that I made. That was about buying healthy engines online. This is or how to identify healthy engines online. This is going to be more of a how or what you should buy, what kind of engine to look for when you're going to buy something that you know you're going to rebuild. Now, a lot of people are quick to go out and buy bear blocks, and you can generally speaking get a healthy bear block for $50. You should not ever pay more than that. If you insist on buying a bear block, don't ever buy more than that. That's ridiculous. Um, Now, with that being said, though, even if you don't really plan on doing a whole lot of engine building in your time, if you're going to go out to buy a block that you know you're going to rip apart, buy something with a blown head gasket, especially blown head gasket, because of the fact that the rotating assembly is still healthy. It'll save you on buying a crank, but those are hard to find as for sale as opposed to finding something with a rod knock. No, but yeah, you find yourself something with a rod knock, and even though you have to toss out that crank, you still have, pistons and rods, oil pan, and if you buy a long block like that, you have the head too. So you'll have more than enough parts left over to either reuse or resell to make that money back that you made on buying the blown motor. And you should definitely stick to your guns on it. A lot of times people will post it with no price because they're just trying to see whatever they can get for their garbage. So $50 is the first offer I always make. Depending on how much shit is still bolted onto the engine, I'm willing to go as far up to 100. But also got to remember too that these guys consider this shit scrap for the most part. So I've even actually been given engines for free, for people who want to just get shit out of their yard. Now, also too, you want to look for stuff that I know that you would normally try to stray away from something that looks like it's been exposed to the weather without a head on it, or even with. But if you go to my Instagram, you can see, or even on Facebook, but you got to go a lot further scrolling in Facebook. But on Instagram, you can go down to the bottom really quick and see like some before and after pictures of some engines that I've done, and you'd be surprised on what you can save and how much money you can save by buying something like that. You can spend like 25 bucks on the engine, like the one I had got that was rusted out, and that was rusted badly. It was badly rusted, like. I went to go pick it up. I agreed on $50 for something that was blown. I showed up there. It was badly rusted from sitting outside in the rain. Had water sitting in the cylinder still. So I was like, well, no, man, this is a lot worse shape than I thought it was going to be. I'm not sure I can use this still. And I wasn't lying because that was the first one that I got like that. But, being who I am, I was like, well, fuck, I want to see if I can fix this. Because if I can fix this, that means I can even potentially go cheaper on buying shit than I ever had before. So I offered 25 bucks. The offer was taken. I took the fucking block home, put it on a stand. I couldn't get the pistons out. They were rusted in place. I finally got them enough where I can move them. But even with fucking, I put a rubber mallet on it, and I was beating the shit out of the rubber mallet with another one with a hammer to get it to pop the pistons and rods out, but they wouldn't slide out. So what I wound up having to do was taking my hone tool and going all the way down as far as I can go in the cylinder, and then spraying the fuck out WD-40, and then I worked the piston back and forth until eventually they came loose. But yeah, it was kind of a little iffy on the cylinders because there was like some discoloration and shit there. But I wound up rebuilding that engine and running it, and it ran fine and still does. So definitely want to look at all your options here, and the whole thing is just not to overbuy because, of course, you want to keep the budget as friendly as possible. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, if you could find yourself a blown motor or something with a rod knock, so you can get scavenge parts off of it. Also, look for the blown head gasket, preferably. Of course, you got to make your measurements and check with the straight edge, and to make sure your deck is still good. But a lot of times, if it hasn't been run on too often, it's most likely a cylinder head that's got the warpage done to it over the block. And then, of course, lastly, you can go through and find those rusted out, engines that have had seen definitely better days, and you could potentially save those too. Plus, you know, it looks a lot more impressive when you get that and you rebuild that, you know, successfully. Like, holy shit, I can't believe it took that, you know, rusted piece of shit and made something out of it. Like, yep, that's right, I did. All right, so yeah, this is today's gonna be short, you know, but I just definitely wanted this to stand alone. I wanted this to be its own thing, and I didn't want to blow it up yesterday's upload too much. So that's gonna be it. Like the video if you got anything out of it, and you can go down to the description below and find all my social media information there, and subscribe if you already haven't. So this is gonna be the last upload for the immediate, or for the next couple of days. The next time I'm gonna come back here will probably be Sunday, and I'll have some engine stuff to upload. It won't be a little quick discussion one. It'll be something kind of long. It's gonna be the crankshaft for sure. That's gonna happen. I'm gonna get the other block ready, and possibly even if we have a miracle happen, I'll get my piston press or my press, and then we can actually, if I can do that, if I can get the press, then that short block will be done, because I'm gonna try and put a step on it so I can sell that shit. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Peace.